Hi guys, this is Tobias Oleynik from Online Dog Training Academy. Thanks for joining our channel, and today's question is: hey Tobias, do I really need a clicker in my training? I think this is a very good question. I do not know if you need a clicker in your training. I can tell you that I do use a clicker for some certain reason. Reason number one why I love to work with a clicker is it is a very unique tone. Can you hear this? I mean, how many times have you heard in your life this sounds next to a dog training field? Besides it, almost nothing. So it is a very unique tone. This is why I love to work with the clicker. At the same time, it marks wanted behavior on the dot. It is very clear and I can mark it very precisely. And now people say, yeah, this is all good and fine. I understand the whole concept with the clicker, but I also can do this with my mouth with a marker word. And I'm not arguing that. You can do exactly the same with a marker word. The reason to why I'm using or prefer a clicker instead of a marker word is very simple. This is short, this is precise, this is clear for a dog. The second you start to do this with a marker word, for instance, good boy, and then reward him, and if you do this now over and over again, due to the fact that classical conditioning is kicking in after, let's say, 80 to 150 repetitions, he probably will show you also a reaction on that. On the other hand, the majority of us, when it comes to trained dogs, we are based on emotions. What do I mean by that? If we are full of power, full of motivation, and we have a good day, we are acting differently in comparison to when we have a very bad day. I give an example. It is a beautiful Sunday morning. You are having breakfast with your family. After that, you go out into your garden, you train your dog, you ask him to sit, and let's say your marker word is good boy. You ask him to sit, he's sitting, you say good boy, and you reward him. And then you do some healing, he's doing it good, you say good boy, and you reward him. Long story short, after 10 minutes, you're done with your training, everybody is happy, you enjoy the rest of the Sunday. Now let's say Wednesday is the day when you go out and train your dog on your club. Now it is 5 p.m. in the afternoon. Actually, you're about to leave work, but now your boss is calling you into his office. And usually when a boss is calling you into his office, close before you're actually about to leave your work, he is not telling you what you did great on that day. So he's yelling at you what you didn't do, and you could have done this better and that better and blah. Good. So after 15 minutes of brainstorming with your boss, you're finally about on your way to go home and you're not in the best mode. And now it happens. Usually it'll take you, let's say, 30 minutes to come home, but for some reasons you hit a traffic jam and 1 hour later you're finally at home. You take the dog into the car, you drive to the field, you are full of power and motivation. No, you're not. You're actually in a very bad mode, but since you only have the chance to train your dog once in a week, you have to take your chance. Means you go and get your dog, you enter the training field, you ask him to sit, he is sitting, and you say, good boy! I mean, this is very clear, right? It is super difficult for us, because we are based on emotions, to always remain in the same emotional level. I give an example to that. Now I'm in a very good mode and I use my clicker, sit. Now I'm in a very bad mode, I use my clicker, sit. Can you see? I cannot change the unique tone and the emotionless from this unique clicker. This is the reason to why I suggest use a clicker, especially in the very beginning when you're going to teach your dog new exercises. Later on, when your learning process is completed and you use your marker word for a very complex exercise such as healing, your apport or whatever, I think then it's not so super duper important anymore, but still it is important. So what I do is, in the very beginning to teach things, I love to work with the clicker. Later on I exchange the clicker with a marker word, but then make sure that you're not too emotional in your dog training. This was it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.